Real Madrid versus Manchester City just finished up, and today I'm going to be giving you my thoughts and reactions on this game. So let's start off with just looking over the lineups. And this was the lineup that Manchester City decided to go with. And if you guys remember from that season when Manchester City won the treble, as we could see, it seemed like Pep Guardiola wanted to go similar to what he went with back in 2023 when Real Madrid lost 4-0 against Manchester City. But this is a different team. I don't think Manchester City could have gotten this attacking. You know, this was when all the players were peaking at the right time. You had Bernardo, who still had legs. KDB had legs on him. Gundogan was still fairly young. I think he was only still 31 years old or so. Grealish was still alright. I mean, he was good that season. And then you had Rodrigo, of course, the player that everyone wants to fucking dick ride. And yeah. So John Stones, he would play this role, and every single time John Stones would play this vital role right here, because every single time players would go and attack Manchester City, he would kind of become that fourth defender. And every time Manchester City were attacking and have possession, he would kind of use that center defensive position. And yeah, I mean, he's a good ball playing center back, so I think this role kind of works in well with what they had at the time. But this is fucking hell. But this is 2022. Fuck. Okay, but this is 2025, and Manchester City aren't performing. They're freaking trash. Oh crap! I have freaking Grealish right here twice. Whatever. I don't know how to freaking change Grealish, but it's that one player, Savinho, whatever the hell his name is. But he was here. Anyways, yeah, Manchester City can't play that type of ball anymore. They're old. They're kind of washed. KDB at 34 years old can't even freaking run and do one sprint without getting injured. And they want to compare him to Madrid. So there's obviously levels to this, but EPL merchants want to keep hyping this freaking little clown up. And this fraud right here who messed up all of freaking Ronaldo's World Cups and international trophies. Besides that, Manchester City can't play this game. I knew from the start of this lineup that this wasn't going to work out. But it was an interesting lineup. So this was Madrid's lineup. Oh, fuck! I deleted that. Oh, never mind, right here. Gosh. This was Madrid's lineup. And this was the lineup that I was hoping they were going to go with. So I'm glad they did this. Besides, Dani Ceballos has grown on me because he's playing that Toni Kroos role well. I still think Arda Güler is the answer for the future. But for now, Dani Ceballos is putting in work. He's a little overrated. But yeah, I mean, he's doing well for now. Anyways, this was the lineup that I was hoping Madrid was going to go with. The game started off, and Madrid should have had like 3 goals in the first 15 minutes. You know, Madrid were dominating, and this is not typical because usually what happens is that Madrid start off slow, the other team miss a couple chances, and that kind of wakes Madrid up. This is pretty much the opposite. Madrid started off really well. In the first chance that Manchester City had, they scored, and it was because Valverde went too high up. He didn't track back because he's not a natural right back, so I guess he was taking time to fill in that position well, and remember that, you know, he always has to drop back. So he didn't drop back. No one picked up Garvinho or whatever, however you spell his or say his name. No one tracked his run, and yeah, I mean, he did a pretty good chest pass to Erling Haaland. The only critique I would say about this goal is that, look at this. Look how far Courtois is on to the post, and basically gave all this side of the goal open to Erling Haaland. So it was a little bit of a positioning error, and I think it was because the chest pass kind of threw off Courtois. So the game started off good for Madrid, but after 15 minutes, Erling Haaland scored, and that messed everything up. And Manchester City started dominating the game after that. Manchester City seemed like at one point they were peak City, or close to peak City. Yeah, I was worried. I'm not gonna lie. I thought the game, the first half ended, and the second half started. Madrid, as they typically do, they kind of picked up their groove in the second half, and after the second half started, Madrid seemed like they were starting off strong again, with Mbappe almost scoring, and after a free kick fail attempt, Ceballos was able to make that good pass to Mbappe, who, let's be honest, he got lucky. You know, the ball hit his shin. He didn't open, I guess, as good as aesthetically as we all wanted him to look, but the important part is that he got the ball inside, and then Madrid were back on. It seemed like they were on their way to cruise to this victory, but Dani Ceballos, I mean, there's some players over here that just, in this team, that just make dumb fouls. For example, Vinicius, every single time he wants to act like he's tracking back, it just seems like he rides the player with the ball. It just seems like he rides their back, and it always causes a foul, and that's super annoying from these type of players. In this foul, it just seemed like a little bit of inexperience for Dani Ceballos. So, I mean, yeah, you never do that. I don't get what's up with these stabbing players always. Raul Asensio, too. This dude freaking slide tackles for everything. Like, I understand you like Sergio Ramos, and I understand that you like slide tackling for whatever reason, but slide tackling is worst case scenario. This dude slide tackles for fun. Like, you're going to cause a penalty, and you're going to cause games to slip away, which I think he has already done, to be honest. Or there was one game a couple games ago where he did a stupid foul, and I just think this team has a lot of accidents in them. Anyways, I digress from that. Yeah, that was a stupid foul. It was a foul. It was a penalty. I saw some comments saying that they didn't think it was a penalty. I thought it was 100% a penalty. After Erling Haaland scored the penalty, I think there was like 10 minutes left in the game. So the game seemed like it was pretty much wrapped, but City have a hard time closing these type of games. For whatever reason, this year, it seems like their confidence just, or they just get not concentrated well. Madrid were lucky to get this win, because it was an Ederson mistake. He's also not having the best season, but I mean, yeah, the ball was going pretty fast to him, so maybe he didn't have enough time to react, but he should have done better. Ederson should have done better, and the ball went to Brahim Diaz, scored, and then the third goal, Kovacic, who I believe his second season in a row with City, he caused a mistake. I think last season he was the one who missed the penalty in the penalty shootout against Real Madrid. So the Madrid boys coming in clutch. You know, he's doing it for Madrid. He's trying to get Madrid one more Champions League before he retires, seems like, because Kovacic has good control. So that type of ball, I just found it a little bit weird that he wasn't able to control and properly pass that ball. I'm gonna just end it off with saying Madrid did good, and this finally Madrid won their first big game of the season, because this was a long time coming. I don't think Manchester City can go to Real Madrid and get a win, but we've seen that a lot of times, not even Madrid can close out games in the Bernabeu. Madrid do have choking in them. Like, Madrid can choke. But it's just not letting them believe that they can win. It's really the main thing. Like, not letting them have any sort of confidence. But this lineup was working, and Manchester City should have no excuse for not winning this game. Look at all this. Look at this lineup. Look how many players are playing out of position. Look how many players wouldn't be here if Madrid had their starting 11. I mean, there's at least 4 players right here who are out of position, or even more, really. There's a good 5. Half of the team is playing somewhat out of position, or is injured, or wouldn't be here because of injury. Pep Guardiola should have no excuse just because you're missing one player, and just because KDB turned 34 years old or some shit. Like, no, dude, you're freaking 34 years old. You're still in this day and age, you should still be in the peak of your career. So I don't want to hear all this BS that all these EPL fans are now saying that KDB's he's too old or he has his thoughts somewhere else. No, you're 34 years old. Modric at this age, I think he took Croatia to the World Cup final. So shut the hell up. Anyways, this was a little bit of a rough analysis from me. I don't even know if it was an analysis, to be honest. I think I was just freaking yapping. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I'll be reacting to the games tomorrow, and yeah, Madrid. The job's not done, but I guess it's halfway done. I don't know. Alright, peace out, guys.